Ladies and gentlemen, Chris with Fort Park Real Estate here. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about strata management and common property versus limited common property, and what the heck's the difference and what do you really need to know about it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically what you should know is anything that isn't a strata lot is common property in a strata. So that can be hallways or parking lots or anything that basically isn't inside an individual unit is common property. Now, it is the duty of the strata corporation, when you start talking about whose responsibility it is to take care of an area, to take care of any common property. So there's a few exceptions to this, and that would be limited common property. So limited common property is common property, but it's for the exclusive use of a designated strata lot. So that could be a balcony, that could be your storage locker, it could be a parking stall. It really depends, and the only way to really know for sure is to look at the strata plan and see how it's designated. If it says a big C on it, that's common property. If it says LCP, that's limited common property. So probably best way to figure that out. And then usually, depending on the bylaws, but limited common property, so for your exclusive use, will be your responsibility to maintain. So if it's your patio, and power washing is required, you're generally going to have to take care of that. Again, depends on the bylaws and what's done in your particular strata. One thing you should know a little bit about, though, is changing the limited common property. So if you want to make changes to your limited common property, you want to put a little deck out on your balcony or something like that, typically, again, according to your bylaws, you'd have to get an alteration agreement done. Usually not a big deal. Strata council would have to approve it. But if you want to actually change common property, that's common property for the use of everyone, it's a bit of a bigger deal. If it's a substantial change, that they call it, then you're going to need a 3/4 vote at an AGM or an SGM to do that. So if you need any more advice on something like this, please look us up. We're happy to tell you about what you can and can't do. And if you want a little bit more detail, please read the blog below. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you learned something there.